Have you ever felt like your life could have gone in a completely different direction? Maybe you chose one career, but deep down, you wonder what could have happened if you'd picked another. Now, imagine a universe where you made that other choice, and another one where you didn't even exist. Sounds like science fiction, right? What if I told you, it's not just fiction? Welcome to the mind-bending world of parallel universes. The concept of parallel universes is one of the most fascinating ideas ever proposed. At its core, the theory suggests that for every decision we make, every fork in the road we come across, the universe splits. A new universe is created where the other outcome happens. So, right now, there could be countless versions of you, each living a completely different life. Mind-blowing, isn't it? This theory, called the many worlds interpretation, was first proposed by physicist Hugh Everett in 1957. Everett believed that the strange, unpredictable nature of quantum particles, those tiny, invisible building blocks of the universe, could be explained if every possible outcome of an event actually does happen. But instead of all these possibilities happening in the same universe, they each play out in a separate one. In simpler terms, picture a tree. The trunk is where everything begins, but as you move upward, it branches off into an endless number of directions. That's what our reality is like. Every time a quantum event happens, no matter how tiny, new branches are formed, and each branch represents a different version of reality. Now, you might be wondering, how are parallel universes different from other dimensions or alternate realities? Let's break it down. Dimensions are the different levels of space and time we live in. For example, we live in a three-dimensional space, length, width, and height. If we add time, we get a four-dimensional world, which is our everyday reality. Alternate realities, on the other hand, are more like what-if scenarios. Think about movies like Back to the Future, where Marty McFly changes the past, which alters the present. That's an alternate reality, a different timeline created by changing something in the past. Parallel universes, however, are more radical. These are entire universes existing alongside ours, but completely separate. They're not influenced by changes in time, and they don't overlap like dimensions. They just exist. And according to some physicists, they might follow completely different physical laws. In one parallel universe, gravity could be much stronger. In another, time could flow backward. In a parallel universe, the speed of light could be different, or time might not even exist in the way we understand it. Okay, so this all sounds pretty wild, but why do scientists believe in parallel universes in the first place? The answer lies in quantum mechanics, the study of how particles, the tiniest pieces of matter, behave. At the quantum level, particles like electrons don't behave the way we expect them to. They don't just exist in one place. Instead, they exist in a superposition, which means they can be in multiple places or states at once, until we measure or observe them. Once we do, they choose one state, and that becomes our reality. But what if, instead of the particles choosing one state, they actually exist in all those states, but in different realities? That's where the many worlds interpretation comes in. Rather than collapsing into one outcome, every possibility exists in its own universe. Physicists like Hugh Everett and later, Sean Carroll, argue that this interpretation makes sense because it allows the universe to be deterministic. Every possible outcome happens, but we only experience the one we're entangled with. But before quantum physics made this idea official, parallel universes were already popular in science fiction and pop culture. From comic books to blockbuster movies, we've been exploring alternate worlds for decades. Think about the Marvel multiverse. We've seen Spider-Man meet other versions of himself, each living in a different universe. Or Doctor Strange, where entire realities collide and fold into one another. These stories may seem like pure fantasy, but they're actually based on real scientific ideas about parallel universes. The idea of parallel universes first appeared in science fiction in the 1800s, long before physicists took it seriously. And it's not just in movies. Books like The Chronicles of Narnia or Alice in Wonderland explore other worlds that exist just beyond the reach of our own reality. The concept of stepping into another universe has fascinated humanity for centuries. So, if parallel universes are real, could we ever visit them? The short answer is, we don't know. Some scientists believe that if parallel universes exist, they're so far beyond our reach that we may never be able to directly observe them. Others suggest that experiments with quantum computers and particle accelerators could one day provide evidence of their existence. And then there are the theories that strange phenomena like déjà vu could be glimpses into these alternate worlds, tiny moments where our reality and another one overlap. Some scientists believe that black holes might be gateways to other universes, but we currently have no way of testing this theory. So, what does all of this mean for us? Well, even if parallel universes do exist, it doesn't change the fact that we're living in this one. But the idea that there could be infinite versions of you, each living a different life, forces us to question everything we think we know about reality. Maybe, just maybe, the choices we make every day really do matter. Not just for us, but for all the other us out there. The universe is vast, mysterious, and full of possibilities. And who knows? One day, we might just find a way to peek into one of those other worlds. Until then, the truth remains, just one universe away.